yeah, so this movie was so bad. It was so bad. Batman branding people, and everyone was like, "What? He's branding people? That's so crossing the line." That's what the people in the movie were like. But he killed a ton of people. Some just seemed to be like casualties of wars for a while, and I was like, "Okay, you know what? I can look past this. I can glance over it." People were really judgmental of him breaking his one rule in this movie. The audience was, I guess, because the Christian Bale movies just emphasized that rule so much. Even though Batman did straight up murder Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight, he murdered Harvey Dent. He did. He really, honestly murdered Harvey Dent. Everyone's like, I don't know why he took the fall for Dent's murder. John Blake said that. He didn't take the fall for Harvey Dent's murder. He murdered Harvey Dent. He pushed him off the edge and he died. That's murder. But yeah, so I was like, oh, I can glance past these murders. You know, it's whatever. It's movie stuff. But then there's a guy pointing a flamethrower right at Superman's mom, and he's like, I'll kill her if you come any closer, Batman. It's like, yeah, I know. And Batman murders that dude straight up. Straight up makes that dude blow up, knew it was going to happen. He killed that person. He murdered that man. That's what Batman did. That's what happened. That's what happened. I mean, Batman was really dark and stuff, and it was fine. I thought Batman, like, honestly, the internet was right about Jesse Eisenberg, but they were fucking wrong about Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck played the character he was given very, very well, and I actually thought that Batman was pretty cool, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed the depiction of Batman, even though he did some murdering. And was gonna kill Superman and all this stuff. He was paranoid like he always is, and etc. He was all rough and tough. Did CrossFit? That was weird. But damn, like, I don't know how he has cartilage in his bones or how he doesn't have like super back problems or anything. Because that workout was way too intense for the human body. But I actually enjoyed the depiction of Batman. But there were so many subplots, and there were just too many plots in general. Way too many storylines in this movie. So much stuff going on. But I liked the Batman. I liked Alfred a lot. Out of the movie Alfreds we've seen, I'd say he was the most comic accurate, actually. He was wisecracking and stuff, being a smartass, but also really helpful to Batman. And still, you could tell he didn't like enjoy what Bruce Wayne was doing, but understood why and was still helping out. And it's the only Alfred that I really got the ex-military feeling from. I didn't get it from Michael Caine. I don't remember the name of the one that was in the Tim Burton movies and stuff. My bad. But, I mean, I guess they're old people. But I could kind of, like, hear it in Alfred's voice, like he understood the war aspect of it. I got that feel from the character. I never got the feel from the other Alfreds that they understood that it was a war. But I thought this was a great Alfred. Wonderful Alfred. Who else are we going to talk about? Perry White and Lois Lane are fine. Amy Adams can do no wrong in my eyes. I fucking love Amy Adams. What else we got? Oh, here's a stupid thing. It was so cartoony. This part was so fucking cartoony. So, people really bitched about all the destruction in Man of Steel. I don't know why, because it was a goddamn action movie with two gods who were basically fighting each other. So yeah, the city's gonna be destroyed. Lots of people saw that movie and they were like, oh, there's too much fighting and stuff in it. And I was like, it's an action movie. Of course there's fighting in it. What the fuck did you expect? But, yeah, I actually don't have as many problems with Man of Steel as the rest of the internet does. I enjoy watching it, honestly, even though I don't like the Krypton scene too much, and I would have preferred a different ending and a lighter tone, as I've already said, but still. What was I talking about? Yeah, so... Fucking Superman and Doomsday are fighting in downtown Metropolis, and they're like, oh, it's the business district. Good thing everyone's gone home for the day. Like, that whole region of Metropolis is just abandoned? Yeah, right. So he's fighting Doomsday there, and Doomsday has these shockwave things that happen every time he evolves that, like, destroys everything around him, which I thought was cool. I thought Doomsday was neat. I thought he could have had more bone spikes on him, but other than that, I thought Doomsday was pretty neat, honestly. So... You know, he's fighting Doomsday and that, and I guess they're like Snyder and Goyer and everyone were just so afraid that they were going to have that same backlash about destruction, even though it's fine. Like the Hulk did a fucking ton of destruction in the Avengers movies, and no one bitched about that. Everyone's just too critical of DC, and I don't think they're critical enough of Marvel, honestly. I think people are too critical with DC and not critical enough with Marvel. I know that sounds hypocritical since what I'm doing is criticizing DC right now, but I'm actually the one that's saying DC's kind of in a lose-lose situation, honestly. They're in a lose-lose situation. I'll get to that. Let me finish talking about that. But then Doomsday falls from fucking space and lands on Stryker's Island, which normally there's a prison there. But when he lands there and basically decimates the island, all the military are like, good thing Stryker's Island is abandoned. There's one part where Batman leads Doomsday back to the city so he can use his kryptonite spear on him or some shit. And Wonder Woman's like, why the fuck did you bring him back to the city? He was on an abandoned island. Wonder Woman would be great at cinema sins. How much you want to bet that's in that video? I love cinema sins. But Batman's like, oh, this is an abandoned region, which it was. And abandoned, like half of Gotham's fucking abandoned. I can look over that part. It's just always some abandoned shit in Gotham. But still, that was so cartoony. That's what they do in fucking cartoons so parents won't bitch about people dying in kids' shows. Like, when someone grows giant in a Power Ranger show and destroys a building, one of the Rangers will be like, wow, good thing that was an empty building. It's such a cartoony thing to do. And it's in this nearly rated R movie. By the way, I think the rated R cut of this movie is a dumb idea. A rated R Batman movie I think would be fine. I don't think they should do it, though. Just because, it wouldn't have as many kids brought to it and wouldn't make as much money. I think Batman movie should stay PG-13. But I think you could work a rated R Batman movie easy. There are rated R Batman comics. It would work. It would work. But rated R Superman, that doesn't need to happen. Rated R Wonder Woman, I feel, doesn't even need to happen. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's not necessary. But this movie I just didn't like it. And then Doomsday. Now let's talk about Doomsday. Doomsday was... I'm not sure if I think he was cool or stupid. I think it was just kind of there to me. Lex Luthor made him in the Kryptonian ship, in that chamber that they made Kryptonian babies in. He made it there, but he made it with Zod's body. So, like, one of the first fan theories about this movie was straight up true. Good job, Internet. Good job. He made Doomsday with Zod's body and his own DNA. And he did all this stuff and created Doomsday. So Doomsday still had a Kryptonian origin, which is the norm for regular Doomsday. So that was fine. He kind of grew bone stuff as he fought. I still didn't think he grew enough bone stuff to really look like Doomsday. I think he should have had more on his face. He looked like one of the freaking trolls from Lord of the Rings. This is such a long video. I'm so sorry. But, so Doomsday's doing all that jazz. I'm so mad. I don't think this movie killed the cinematic universe for DC, though. I think it's still going. It's making money, so whatever. And then Doomsday's, doing all this fighting and stuff. There was this part where Superman and Wonder Woman are kind of fighting him while Batman was doing something on the side. And it was just all over the place. The fight was like bouncing everywhere, and it was like it was so hard to follow that fight, but it was also hard to follow the plot. So whatever. And then I was like, there's no fucking way. In my mind, I was like, there's no way they're gonna go the Death of Superman route, because that would be so dumb. It would be such a dumb thing to do in the movies. And then they did it. Bastards did it. They went the Death of Superman right. They fucking killed Superman in the second goddamn movie. And they fucking Final Crisis did him. It was like a goddamn slasher film where you see him come back to life, like at the very end almost. And he doesn't necessarily come back to life, but you can see that it's a possibility that it could happen. I hope they find at least some clever way to do it. They better not Kryptonian healing coma us. I swear to God, if they Kryptonian healing coma us, I'm gonna lob off my dick. Why did you kill Superman? And I see that's what one of the things that pushed Batman to the side. We need to get all the metahumans together. We need to form the Justice League. And Snyder, I read a little interview thing. Snyder said, well, we killed Superman because, like, if Superman asks you to be in the Justice League, you fucking do it. Like, everyone looks up Superman stuff. He's like, if they ask him, they do it. But if Batman asks, it'll be harder to form the League. which I understand, but at the same damn time, ah, fucking killed Superman. Lois Lane like throws dirt on his coffin. Uh, in the end, and you start to see the dirt like rise up, like the stuff around him will start to rise before he takes off the fly. And I was like, you didn't need to show that. No one believed he was dead. One of my friends cried though. She went to see the movie with another group of friends, and she cried. She cried when Superman died. Wasn't the worst death scene I've ever seen. Better than Bryan Cranston's in Godzilla or Talia al Ghul's in fucking Dark Knight Rises. Just some other nerdy bad film deaths. I guess it wasn't like a bad death. I guess it's just stupid that the death happened in the first place. So dumb. We never really needed the death of Superman. In that Nicolas Cage movie for Superman, they were going to have Death of Superman in the movie and bring him back in the same movie. It was going to be an awful movie. I'm glad it didn't get made. Lex Luthor and Brainiac fusing together. I read the script for it. Trust me, it would have been awful. You can read the script for it online for free. They released the script. You can check it out. I recommend it, actually. It's so fucking dumb. But yeah, so Doomsday, Superman killed each other. Fucking stupid, though. It's so dumb. And then, I didn't mention this in its entirety, but when Superman went to fight Batman, before that fight happened, which took forever, by the way, like 2 hours, almost no fighting in the goddamn movie before it happened. Which was fine, I guess. There's... Fucking dumb movie. Sorry, it's such a long video. I'm so bouncing all over the place. I have ADD, you guys, just so much to talk about. Everything leads to one other. Instead of Superman going with Batman and saying, hey, Lex Luthor kidnapped my mom, I need your help to save her. I was wrong about you, blah, 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 blah. Which he starts to do, but then Batman hits him with, like, these sonic devices. Kind of like the sonic devices that he had on his suit that he hit him with in The Dark Knight Returns. Best graphic novel of all time. And his armored suit looked right out of Dark Knight Returns. I liked that, too. And it was kind of a dope fight. I enjoyed the fight. I'll say that. I enjoyed the fight. It was a good fight. That fight between Batman and Superman was cool. But he had all this stuff, and instead of Superman explaining everything to Batman, which he could have easily done, he decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna fight Batman instead. And when Batman's about to kill Superman, Superman's like, Martha! Batman's like, why'd you say that name? That's my mom's name. I'm insecure. And Lois Lane was like, that's his mom's name. Don't kill him. And Batman was like, okay, fine. I won't kill you. I'll save your mom because she has the same fucking name as my mom did. If Superman's mom's name was fucking, I don't know, Kathy or some shit like that, Batman would have killed him. So dumb. Oh my god, it was a dumb movie. And you know what the worst part is? You know what the fucking worst part is? I'm probably still gonna buy the goddamn movie on DVD. Not Blu-ray. I don't think it deserves a Blu-ray purchase from me, but I think I'll get the DVD. Got Man of Steel. I'll probably get the rest of them. I'll get it. I mean, I'm gonna get Age of Ultron eventually, and it's not a very good movie. So I have Iron Man 2. Well, there are things I like about Iron Man 2, actually. I think it's pretty dramatic. I actually enjoy watching Iron Man 2, even though it has, like, the worst villain ever. I mean, it's just, this movie, if it would have taken all the Justice League stuff out and been just Batman and Superman, they might have been able to have a pretty decent movie, actually, I think. I think you could have done a pretty good Batman-Superman movie, but they just bogged it down with all these unnecessary storylines. Death of Superman, you didn't need that. I think a better route to go would have probably been, instead of Doomsday, just Batman and Superman, no Wonder Woman, no Justice League stuff. Maybe Lex Luthor creates Metallo. They had a bunch of kryptonite. How about Lex Luthor creates Metallo instead? I think that would have been a better idea. I think Metallo would have been a better path to take. A better route. That's the word I was looking for. Lex Luthor create Metallo. Batman helps Superman beat that because Superman has trouble with the kryptonite. Everyone's happy. And then you set up Justice League organically. But here, I just want to say this. DC they're in a lose-lose situation. Okay, here's what's up with DC. So either they can take their time, make each individual hero's movie, build up slowly to Justice League, like Marvel did with Avengers, but they'll never make it in time, because the genre cycle will run out. Google genre cycle. This video is long enough, I'm not going to explain it. The genre cycle for superhero films will run out, and no one will want to see Justice League. Or they can rush into Justice League, like they are doing, before the genre cycle ends, and then just fucking make it a shitstorm. I don't have high expectations for Justice League, you guys. I'm sorry, I don't. I think it's going to be bad. I think Wonder Woman's going to be awesome. I saw her, just check out her CW sneak peek. You can probably find it online somewhere. I saw it on the TV. Her movie should be dope. They set up for her as well, sort of, kind of. Not really. Maybe a little bit. I guess they mostly teased her movie. But yeah, so maybe the movie, DC's lose-lose. I'm sorry, DC. But I'm expecting Wonder Woman to be a pretty dope movie, actually. But yeah, one more thing I want to say is I wish I could go see a fucking comic book or superhero movie without a bunch of screaming kids. Like the kids sitting behind me, a whole row behind me and my friends. Nothing but middle schoolers who just fucking talk to the whole movie. That one of them, how stuff comes up on the screen like 18 months later, London, UK, stuff that tells you how long it's been or where you are. One kid back there would read it each time. Some were joking around. Some were saying, this isn't what happened in the comics, this is what happened in the comics. And I was looking behind me and I was like, hey, quiet down back there, hey. And I was this close to just chucking my Sour Patch Kids at those kids, man. Sour Sweet, gone, out of the theater, get the fuck out. That was going on, fucking dumb. And then when Wonder Woman showed up in her costume for the first time and she fucking saves everyone, everyone in the theater started screaming and clapping. This isn't a play. They can't fucking hear you. And even if it was a play, you don't clap until the end of a play. That's etiquette. That's fucking theater etiquette. And then a phone rang in the row behind us too. And the person, whoever's phone it was, they didn't try to turn it off or anything while it was ringing. They didn't answer it and leave the theater. They just let it ring until it stopped. So my Batman vs. Superman experience was not very great. I didn't enjoy Batman vs. Superman. Doomsday was fine, I guess. They gave him extra powers. They gave him all of Superman's powers in addition to his own, it seems. Which I thought was fine, If you're going to have Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman fighting him, why not give him more powers? Why not make him more of a threat, I get that. I like the costumes. Superman's costume, I think, is fine. I like the look of that suit. I really do. I like all the Kryptonian text and stuff on it. I think it looks cool. Wonder Woman's outfit I thought looked awesome. I thought it was like the perfect movie outfit for Wonder Woman. I thought Gal Gadot fucking killed it too. That Wonder Woman, she had like a Greek accent and everything. Perfect. Gal Gadot fucking killed the role. She, not in a bad way. Like she was killing it. She did great. Ben Affleck did great as Batman. Looked straight out of The Dark Knight Returns. Loved it. Loved it. I loved the outfits. The costumes were dope. Except Lex Luthor's. Everything about Lex Luthor was shitty. Everything about him. Hated Lex Luthor. Hope he doesn't come back. Hope they don't fuck up Darkseid. I love Darkseid so much. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you all for sitting through this entire fucking rant. This is more of a rant than a review. BVS rant is what I should call this video. But yeah, thank you all for sitting through this shitstorm of a video while I sat through that shitstorm of a movie. Damn it. Fuck. Yes, thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone. Thank you.